everything that brought me alive. Going wrong like nonsense, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no alibi. It's a lover's fight without an alibi. Took my hands without an alibi. Smoking gun, you got me on the wrong beat. All that will come, we're out to dark. But how can I hide it without an alibi? It's a lover's fight without an alibi. Took my insights. I can't wait no longer. I'm playing with the monsters. Everything that brought me alive. Going around like nonsense, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive, but got no
tonight, wait tonight. Bets are off. I'm gonna find my way tonight, wait tonight. Won't you talk to me? I wanna heal your sorrow. Won't you talk to me? We'll make a new tomorrow. Won't you talk to me?
was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time goes on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile. Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Moving on, moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You'll see it through. You'll see it through. Yeah. You'll see it through. You'll see it through. We're gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We're gonna live forever, forever. The talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control.
relatively untested, up-trained on it.
Nice deep angle as well on the other half of Icon. Susceptible to being smoked out, clearly. You can try to play around with the timings, drop those own nades. Just missed it. Apex isn't the only one here, though. He's got a whole pack of players behind him, bomb included. Looks like Robs is going to try to get something going on B again. It's pieces in the right position, but it's opening kills Vitality. Brolin's got nobody to worry about behind him. Not that he'll know it. He tries to slide into this duel and gets straight up bested by Flamesy yet again. You've got Spinks getting some success elsewhere. A saving grace, perhaps. Cannot be forgotten, the amount of damage that was done on the two players that have all the kills so far for Vitality here in round 11.
Retake is still possible, man. It's a little bit difficult from where they're playing. With the amount of money, it feels like they don't know about the health bars, I guess. Flamesy and Apex may be getting away with this one. No test.
Man, that frag grenade on Spinks could kill Apex and Flamesy.
Oh, yeah.
They were both bottled up inside of the site, now splitting it in order to maintain, and Mouzzz obviously money low, trying to invest into that 12th round, looking for the tied half with no idea as to what comes up next. He's got a flash to try to get himself out of this choke point. And they will try to pelt him with util. Bullets whiz by, now dinked down to 27 health. Vitality making the absolute most of this T-side in a world of uncertainty where they have been pushed the furthest for the first time. They will have that 2-round edge. Everything on the line here in Lisbon.
Give up.
Both these teams on their favorite side. 70% each. T and CT respectively. Great shot here from Apex.
Another one. Right there for the taking. Taiwu's got his back, supported from the train. Jimmy and Brolin push this clutch down to Rops. Rops started this series with back-to-back clutches on Inferno, a key feature of that 13-0. A map that had 4 clutches just to Vitality's name.
He's avoided them.
What's to stop him from giving us another?
12 health here from Rops. He'll try it, but look who comes back even to check on this. Rolling the same guy to get them out. Look at the angle that he has.
Done.
Oh! Oh, that's the Gervin guarantee, folks.
Or is it Brolin? No kit for this. Trying to bait him out down to the ramp. Jimmy's on 40 health. Keep it clean, Robs. Keep it clean. Trying to frazzle.
Why does he know? Why does he know?
You had your chance, but the time is still clearly in Brolin's hand. Clearly, the clock will decide this. You can afford that whiff. Time decides. But let that be a reminder of what Rops can offer. Don't you dare miss again.
One kid and that gets ugly.
Boys, it's last half of the fucking day, okay?
Yeah,
Let's fucking go!
Biggest match of their careers.
Yes, absolutely.
The biggest win. 7 rounds away. Give what you can, give what you have left. 5 maps deep in this grand final. Scout shot is sick.
Where did he come from? Apex started this game 0-5. Now 10-8.
Pistol win's great and all, but you cannot afford to fail the conversion. And I'm looking at this buy. We're talking double FAMAS and the Scout. And that is not chump change for Vitality. They forego the utility, which means Mouzzz will have a bit of an edge with this execution. Icon blocked. Smoke for inside sight as well. Scout kind of limited in this moment, but it's already gotten its first. And if it serves up a distraction for that FAMAS, then maybe Flamesy's the hero of this moment. Round 14 could be his. Mouzzz burns. We've got this flank out from the B site. We've got this wrap around onto A. Flamesy's been able to reposition. Backs turn to them.
Rob nearly shoots his teammate right there. But they end up joining perfectly. Catalyzed by that scout shot from Apex.
Put on ice. Flamesy with the excellent wrap around that bomb site. Emerging through this fog of war.
Again, you've got small sample size, but Vitality, who are more comfortable on CT, Mouzzz, who are more comfortable on T, now here to prove who is the best trained team in the world at the same time as lifting the trophy. This is the last half.
Every time this head-to-head goes down, it gets better and better for Mouzzz, closer and closer. But still unable to take that last step to the finish line.
That's it.啊，我靠，真的也不，哎，这也不简单啊。有加速装那个器。
我操！这什么玩意儿？
进来，到我这，看我。
他在这儿。
不，你进。
我操，这太他妈猛了吧！秒了！来，艾许来了。不简单。
A stick in a bag.
Those high hopes coming into train.
Honestly, like, what did that mean? You know, like, it sounded like what we have sort of emotionally, you know, as a team. How much will do we have left?
I heard we have to give. I've left.
Oh, we have to give what we have.
That's
okay.
what. But it.
That makes way more sense.
Right? Yeah, but still, unclear.
That clears up everything.
We have to hold the bag high. Empty the tank, boys. Don't read too much into this one. Glock's trying to challenge an outer yard versus rifles. Yeah, I think not. Nothing. Vitality to double digits, sitting pretty on a 4-round lead. It's a CT side to lean on. It is a huge recovery from Apex. 0-5 to 12-10. And barring Mouzzzzz, 4 of the 5 pieces of Vitality, as they have been in recent months, have had key components to this final map of a grand finals.
Yeah. Agreed.
This is why Vitality continue to win. This is why Vitality are put on this golden pedestal in the Counter-Strike world in this moment. Because by God, you can barely find a flaw. And 2 13-11 wins may have got you here.
Yeah, they're chock full of individual brilliance. They're very flexible as individuals. And on a map that right now is a total sandbox for creativity, they have to be one of the craziest threats. I would hand over all those compliments to Mouzzzzz as well. A young team that are building everything together and have got to the point that you can be not a team that I would expect to be, you know, not innovating on a brand new map like Train. A team that I would look to see what are people going to try next.
If there is a
That's what they did with Ancient.
Maybe it could be Mouzzzzz, and maybe that bodes well for this Mouzzz approach on Ivy. Looking a little flustered suddenly. This contact was not predicted, but Torzi unable. It is Apex to quickly trade. He had Mouzzzz's attention, and he makes sure his death is not in vain. That was a damn near blind side of the players in sight as well. Vision into Icon.
That was awkward. It was actually because Apex asked for it, a grenade, I think, in that moment. Mouzzz turned around, but he still got it together, got his kill. Oh, clinical. Surgical here from ZywOo.
The hope is fading. And 2 members of Mouzzz remain. ZywOo's reposition makes Jimmy's job all the harder. We'll see if Spinks maybe makes contact first, but odds are Jimmy will.
Does this work?
Oh
no,
my God, clean approach. Flamesy, we've already seen the impact from a similar position. He is locked into it yet again. 2 versus 4 starts to get unraveled. Jimmy gave us a reason to believe it. Bomb on his back, but denied. Flamesy is the difference.
When I first started talking about Flamesy when he played on endpoints, before he even got the chance to play on OG, it was Train where he played the most creatively, put a lot of pressure on in his positions, wasn't even given the best roles ever, and still came up with things. A great source of innovation. Finding great angles right now. So is ZywOo, and it feels like the Vitality presence has become too overwhelming. A last timeout will be called here for Mouzzz. And I think Vitality, they just need to put this into cruise control.
Cyclone has given all he has to offer. Problematically for Mouzzz in this next one, though, money is still low. They may have to play for overtime.
Oh, man. That's brutal.
Not a position any of them want to be in, not after this hard-fought battle. But it sure as hell looks like this 12th one comes for free.
Vitality said, you take a map streak, we create another. This series has been lopsided victories for Vitality and close wins for Mouzzz.
And this one looking lopsided yet again. Rops with no hesitation this round in a very convincing position. They're nervous about it, but he peeks into them and falters.
Oh, big time.
You have given a gun over. They may not have come in with rifles of their own, but they did bring Kevlar to this party. And they still have enough pieces of utility to maybe pounce on this bomb site. Is ZywOo gonna have to be a hero? Because right now his closest support would be Flamesy back on Z.
Yeah, Mouzzz have to squeeze water from Stone. They've got one piece of utility on each player, Jimfat on just a Deagle. A lot of time left over, and they've got material advantage. How do they convert this?
A little bit of a ruse yet again, thrown out towards that outer yard, trying to...
Oh, there's a fake coming in as well with Zershin, long
trying to
con.
keep some kind of attention. Missed shot. Missed shot could be what falters all this sight. ZywOo's able to sidearm fast move out from Flamesy. It's not the A site, but it could be his yet again. Cover fire. Jimmy dead. Bomb plants down. Zershin's late to the party. Wrapping around that Z side means he will be far removed.
Oh, man, it was too early. It was too early, man. Zershin actually had enough time to make something happen towards Ivy. But
That's 12.
They couldn't stay coordinated. That's 12. That's tournament point here for Vitality. Every single round now. They actually put together a pretty interesting idea that we haven't seen. The late play, they just needed to give Exertion a little bit more time, I think. They had the op planning the bomb as well. That op could have been posted on the Z connector. Too many things out of place, and Vitality make up for the fact that their op goes down with 1 kill. And their star rifler on this map, Rops, doesn't get any.
Exertion right into the thick of it.
This could be it, folks.
Trying to get something rolling forward in this outer yard. Flamesy had his number in the first half. Has maintained control of these positions so well. Vitality on fire. Look to end this here and now. Headshot inside Pop Dog. Spams him away and doesn't get collapsed on by Zershin. He's gonna find the kill in the back line instead. Apex stays honed in on him, now awkwardly behind this red train. Spinks with a little fight left. Flamesy to make the difference. Oh, it's a team whose wins were so elusive. And Rops is the most elusive. The esteemed Estonian to try to clutch this. Stepping forward into 2025 with nothing but wins, but it won't come yet. Ice cold again. Jimmy lets him take that step outwards. The first of 6 for Mouzzz.
Reads the rotation perfectly. Close calls all the way down to the very end. It looks like a death match outside with the way that they're taking duels. Game's 5 rounds, instantly into the timeout. I wonder what the idea here is for Xtaz.
Cologne was the only glory that Vitality should grasp onto last year.
Roland not saying a word in this moment. I wonder what the idea is, if it's just a known quantity at this point.
To feel like you can win and to lose out on those chances is something that Vitality knew not long ago and that Mouzzz damn well know now.
They've got something set in stone.
Turning a page at the start of 2025 is Vitality. Looking to tap into a new peak is Mouzzz. Money comfortably in their back pockets in round 20. Vitality establish control of yard.
Can Mouzzz take back the reins? Early punishment damage on the utility to kick this off. No map control to speak of, just readying a split outside, and honestly, you can do it. We saw what Vitality did with very low util. These two teams have been titans meeting at the finish line, neck and neck, all the way to the very end. Vitality looked to gap them as they crossed the line.
And Mouzzz have to hold their nerve in the final 30 seconds. And when ZywOo strikes down Jimpat on this Ivy crawl, it is a shiver down their spines in a sense of desperation. Caught out is Brolin. Over towards T-Con comes a hope. Shut down by Flamesy and Apex. Push the absolute limit here in Lisbon. But they will pull it out of the hat in their final hour.
They get to celebrate off this win, even though Mouzzz took 2 maps in this grand final. It was a brawl, it was brutal, and they have a lot to be proud of. But Vitality win. That's what matters. When you ask Apex about this, he'll say, I hate that we had to take it to train. But they still come out victorious. They proved they were the better team, and they survived being embittered and taking those losses. A new test for Vitality.
Waking up every single day with an ever-growing target on your back. That is the reality of Vitality in 2025. 3 consecutive grand finals, 3 consecutive wins. You have to adapt or you die. Sky is the limit for this team. Black is the night for Mouzzz. Bright is the dawn of Vitality. You never know when you stand in the first light of a new era. This team is on their march to the major. We are witnessing a reign of terror. Your blast open, Lisbon champions, Team Vitality!
Vitality have done it. 3 consecutive grand finals, 3 consecutive trophies. Exaz, this was a bit of a marathon and you'd already been on the road for so long. Just talk to me about the work this team has put in, you, everyone behind the scenes, in order to make this a reality in 2025.
I mean, I'm really proud of my players and also my staff. It was a long month, to be honest. We are fucking exhausted. But we wanted to prove we could win again, and we did it. So yeah, it's 3 tournaments in a row. It's already a good start of the year, but now we have next step with Grand Slam in the major.
There's still more to come. Now Dan, I know this one was probably tougher than you expected. You start with a 13-0, and it looks like you're gonna clean them up again. Was this the hardest game so far of this Vitality's career?
Yes, of course. We lost 2 map 13-11, but the other map, I think there were like no fight. We played really well the 3 maps. Prop to them for those 2 and Mirage. Well, they played really well, but the other 3, I think we dominated, and we played really well. I think, as Ixtas said, it's been a long month, really long month. And we played a lot, we grinded the game as much as we could. We have insane players, we showed up when it's needed. Insane staff as well. Without Jack and Matt, we would not be able to be here, and Amy, of sure. So I'm really happy to have everyone around and winning the 3rd trophy already in the year.
Many more to come?
Only God knows.
Now Mouzzzzz, It's been a grind, and I'm sure your family's watching at home. You got someone else to do this for at the same time. Come on, keep it going, guys! It's sacrifice, not just in the game, but away from home at the same time. Moments like these, it make it all worth it.
Yeah, for sure. I think, like the guys have said, I think it's been a really long month away from home. It's been tough, but when we can pull this off and make it all worth it, it makes it a really good feeling. I'm just so happy that we could close it out and enjoy some time at home now. But yeah, I'm just so happy we could close this one out.
What, anything you want to say to the family?
No, just thank you for all the support. I know they're waiting for me at home and back to daddy duties, but no, I'm looking forward to it as well.
Thank you very much, King Mezzy. Now, Robs! Come on! Your fourth Blast Grand Final. A lot of second places, but this looks pretty good on you now. Even Vitality beat you in one final, so you had to join them to take the trophy. 2 finals, sorry.
Yeah, the boys beat me twice in some previous Blast finals, but you know, I'm finally happy to get this baby, and I will hold it preciously.
Apex delivered on his promise then?
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Always.
Always, always. Now, Zaiwu. Another MVP performance, another great start at an event, but this time in 2025, it's the trophies, it's the MVPs. You told me it feels like you could be at the very best in your career so far. How far can you keep going with this? Could this be the year you break all the records?
Yeah, maybe it's gonna be the year I'm gonna break all the record, but I'm just enjoying to play with my team. That's why I'm playing that good, because the team is around me. I'm just can enjoy with them, so like, I can do everything I want. We're gonna destroy anyone.
You always say this, right? It's the team helping you as well. You do have some amazing moments yourself, but just try and explain to me how they help you go through this.
Everything. Obviously, when I have bad games, they're gonna push me to do more things. So, in any circumstance, like they band me to help me, so I can just pray for them, like for that.
I like it. Flamesy. This was a hard-fought grand final. Still good in there? Still got the energy?
Yeah, I know. We're going to sleep after this one. I think we're all very tired. Also, the Mouzzzzz boys for sure. It was an exhausting grand final, but I think it was entertaining to watch. I'm sure everybody enjoyed, but it was. I think this is the grand finals that we like to watch, so I'm happy to play one of those.
And how good does it finally feel to get your hands on that trophy when you go through such a crazy game like this?
It means a lot, especially considering we had 2 maps that we played quite bad and we still were so competitive, and you feel like you just like edged out on the win or on the overtime and then an opportunity to win. But for us it means a lot, because obviously we wanted to give Robin his first trophy on Blast, and we were pushing really hard and we gave a lot of energy to each other, and we were a really good team this final, so I'm happy. I'm very proud of everyone.
You should be proud as well. Lisbon! Your Blast Open Lisbon 2025 champions, who have maybe started their era. 3 trophies. V is for victory. V is for vitality!
Back-to-back grand finals, 3 back-to-back trophies. Victory is simply in Vitality's DNA. Now onto a 16th series win streak in a row as the streak stays alive here in Lisbon with yet another golden accolade to their name. No one is stopping the Killer Bees.
Nobody right now comes close to Vitality, no doubt about it. It obviously all started in Katowice, where they came into that grand final. They made a clean sweep out of it. They played some beautiful Counter-Strike. We thought to ourselves, is this the new Vitality? Are we gonna look towards them as the main favorite heading into the tournament's Pro League? They confirmed it, they won the tournament, and now they headed into this grand final as well and got another victory. They had to fight for it, Maui. It wasn't easy.
a superb performance, and yes, of course they had to fight for it, push the whole distance, all 5 maps, but the composite picture for Vitality is looking great for them at present. So complete as a roster, so many reasons to heap praise more onto them, and I think we got a bit of an interview here though coming up.
We do indeed. We have Rops joining us up here on the desk. First of all, massive congratulations, Rops. I feel like we're talking to you so many times in these moments, but your first ever victory at a Blast event. That must feel nice after so many second places, right?
Yeah, I was the one I was missing. Obviously, there's other trophies that are bigger, but you know, can't say no to a Blast trophy. So yes, finally.
Rob, you're off to a flying start in Vitality, and you probably get a bit bored by the same question over and over again, but leaving FaZe was a big decision for you coming into Vitality. Did you anticipate that you guys would be this good and this dominant this early on?
I mean, the thing was, you know, you look back on previous years how Vitality have played. They've been like the winning team almost every year, getting big trophies, especially the 2023 run they had. So, I mean, yes, I expect some success, but I mean, never you can go that high of a level that we've done so far. I think, you know, you cannot anticipate that. You still have to work, you have to put in the effort, and then, yeah, like from the first month, like we could see that things are going really well. I mean, the way we play now, we did play in practice, and thank God it's translated, because sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, it's the first honeymoon.
you were put under a lot of pressure by Mouzzz today in this grand final. You had to fight for it, obviously, and I guess you haven't been with Vitality for that long. Did you learn something new today, you know, sitting next to the teammates, you know, how you deal with adversity, how you deal with losing maps that were close, etc., etc.? I guess it's a learning experience all the time.
Yes, definitely. I mean, when you have a tough loss, when you lose some bad rounds, you see how players react, how would they reset, and you know, especially Apex, you can get
emotional.
A bit emotional. Yes, you can say that for sure. So yeah, you get to see how people react and how we deal with a loss. It's for me to learn and for the team to learn as well, because they also have me as a new player. But yes, it was tough for sure.
So you guys were the first team to get a 13-0 in a grand finals in CS2, and you know, you're dealing with adversity after those two, but how does it feel after just that map?
It feels a bit bittersweet, you know, like, oh, I could have done a bit better, maybe 3-0, but, you know.
Okay.
No, but come on, if you win it for the first map 13-0, yes, like, when we go outside, we have a talk, like, it's just one map, guys, like, you know, they're gonna come back and fight back, like, there's no way we're gonna win another 13-0, so, you know, never say never, but, yeah.
Do you think it's maybe even more difficult to keep focus, though, when you just batter them 13-0 like that?
I guess in a way you don't really know what to expect, because you don't know if the next map's gonna go the same way, if they're gonna come back and, you know, shoot even harder in the next one. Yeah.
You're one of the most tenured players we have in the game of Counter-Strike, and you now also got to play with obviously Kerrigan in FaZe and now Apex in Vitality. I mean, put a few words on Apex. You said emotional, that's one way to describe him, but as an in-game leader as well, are you surprised by how well he's leading the team, or did you know that already joining Vitality?
No, I didn't know that for sure. I think the thing about Apex is what's really good about him is, you know, he takes it personal.
Yeah.
And you can really feel that, like it boosts him as a caller, as a player. And when he takes it personal, I think it elevates his calling style. Like, he really wants to win every single round. Like, I've never seen a guy fight for every round like as hard as he does, because, you know, when we lose a bad round, like he will be mad about it, you know, like. And I think that's something that's, you know, I get to learn about, but also I think it helps the team to really remove all the mistakes, because that's the one thing Dan really cares about.
So I think it was 3 nights ago or so, I came back and saw you just kind of by yourself in the prac room at something like 3 a.m. or something like that. What are you working on in those late hours?
This tournament, just some basic, you know, deathmatch. Honestly, I mean, when we prepare for matches, like, we do like some small things, like, yeah, for Inferno, like, we prepared a new Molotov, for example, for me, but we didn't come to use it because the match was very dominant on Inferno, for example. So it can be small things like finding a new grenade for a specific match, or just, you know, I think most of the tournament we've been just playing that match and getting, because we've been exhausted the past month, going to 2 finals now, and it's been a long journey, and I think it's a well-deserved rest the next week.
You gotta stop stalking the players, bro. I mean,
what are you doing? Get a water over there, you know?
Tell me a little bit about ending this series out on Train, because we were kind of discussing it up here on the desk.